Hello, newbies. So, today we're going to just look at some communication tips. So, from the two links provided to you on the manual, you'll have these two Confluence pages where we have CS tips and tricks. So, the first page is tips for interacting with customers. So, this is for communication with customers in general and how to use our wow powers to delight our customers. So these may seem like some very obvious and kind of common sense things that we would, use interacting with anybody, right, in our daily life, not just with customers. But it can slip our mind when we are dealing with, X amount of tickets a day from X amount of customers. And often, the issues may be similar. So it's very easy to fall into this kind of automated robotic stance where what we're saying ends up sounding very similar, and we may be missing the smaller, finer details um, that each customer has that need to be addressed. So you'll be able to go through these pages at your own in your own time. I do encourage you to read them, go through them, understand it, and really employ this advice with every single ticket that you're replying to. So just to go over this very briefly, it's understand why he or she is feeling this way, be empathetic, gain their trust, create a collaborative effort. So this means that you need them sometimes to help you in order for you to help them. You might need additional information from the customer, and you have to understand that you have to be patient with them with that, because if the customer comes to us already irate and fed up, they may not be so willing to provide all of this additional information that you need in order to get to the bottom of their case. Make it personal. So it is important not to take negative comments from customers too personally, but at the same time, you do need to make your work as personable as possible. So that goes again to the refrain of not making it sound robotic and automatic. Make sure that you're injecting a bit of your own personality into these interactions, and that you're making it your responsibility to help them with the issue. Show that you care, show some genuine appreciation by thanking each customer for their time to write in and give us feedback, for taking the time to enjoy Mindvalley programs. Go the extra mile whenever you can. If a customer has mentioned, for example, that they're interested in, this specific type of meditation, but you notice on their account they don't actually have any of our meditation programs, they haven't bought any of our programs about meditation, you can give them a suggestion of of something that we have that they might be inclined to enjoy, that they might like to try. You can share your own personal story with some specific meditation practice, for example. Basically, just ensure that they know that they are valued highly as Mindvalley customers, and be proactive in trying to help them. So employ active listening, ask the right questions, summarize what they're saying back to them to ensure that that you're touching on every point. Use encouraging words, show that you care, emphasize, apologize. Just basically make sure that when you're interacting with the customers, you are not treating them as just another number, that you're not treating them the way we don't like to be treated as customer support agents. So it's just giving them back that service, right? Now, the other type of customers that we have are those that we might deem as difficult customers. So usually, customers have a reason, to be unsatisfied or unhappy, but that's not necessarily always the case. So let's look at what could be deemed as requests that are unreasonable or are beyond your scope as a support agent. So we have protagonist customers. These are the ones who think they are always right. As we know, even though there is the cliche that the customer is always right, that's not necessarily so. Sometimes no is no, and you do have to be the bad guy and put your foot down, and there are going to be customers who simply don't take no as an answer. We have villainous customers. These are the ones who may use force. They will threaten to go on social media or to take this up to Vision if they don't get what they want. We have sneaky customers who are the ones who are usually quite familiar with techie stuff, with digital marketing and whatnot. So they're going to be looking for loopholes by using their own expertise to kind of get the better of us as agents. Hopeful customers, these are the ones who genuinely love Mindvalley. So they will shower us with praise and compliments with the hope of getting things for free, right? And then we have expressive customers. And these are the ones who are potentially going to be sending very long emails every single time, maybe talking about a lot of their own personal experiences and whatnot, or expressing gratitude and feedback, which is genuine. But you will have to sift through those in order to identify the exact issue of the case, right? So they will be writing a lot, but they may have one specific issue, and it will be your job to kind of sift through that and identify what it is. As time goes on, you will be more comfortable with dealing with these kind of customers, with identifying when you may need to escalate it up to a manager, for example, or if it just needs to be passed on to a stakeholder from a different department or whatnot. So again, I do encourage you guys to go through these pages in your own time, but really try to understand and absorb the information on the page and employ these tactics to every single case because it really does make a difference at the end of the day.